Let's go. Let's go. You.
Let's have, have it last.
Let's go. Supreme rising, beautiful people. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. About to go live on TikTok as we do every morning. And yo, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's happening, beautiful people? This is your guy, Mr. H. Early in the morning on a Thursday, July 18th. Not only do we got a big corporate event coming off today, so we gonna be on and popping, but we also getting inked up today. But as you see, I got my charts pulled up. We about to literally get going. We about to get going, teaching, loving, hugging, healing, preaching on the people today, because the foreign exchange market needs some love. We need real deal digital educators out here. And I'm your #1 digital educator in North America, and I don't know if you like it, I don't know if you know it, but like I always tell people, if you don't like it, you better learn to love it, beautiful people. Check me out. Check me out. Let's go. If you're interested in learning how to catch these waves, learning how to understand these candles, Japanese Candlesticks 101, the name of my actual classes is literally Wick Talk. 100% the best class in the business in this industry when you start talking about social media and educating individuals on a live stream. What up, Bram? What up, beautiful people? What's happening? Put some fires in the chat. Put some 8s in the chat. If you on TikTok, tap that screen. Let's go. We're going to be looking at TradingView. We're going to be looking at gold. We're going to be looking at NAS. Literally, we got almost 1,400 pips off NAS last night. And let me tell you, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Look at that drop. I'm talking dropping heavy, baby. I'm talking dropping heavy, baby. What up, baby? What up, baby? So we got my students about to start flowing in here. As the student starts flowing in, we're going to start basically giving them more attention. But if you're interested in learning this sauce, it don't cost you a dime to come over here on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Drop some likes. Drop some follows on the Instagram. And 100% follow the journey in the foreign exchange market with your boy, Mr. H. If you're seeking financial stability and you're tired of working that 9 to 5, then you better start learning how to draw a trend line in the market. You better start learning how to draw a trend line in the market and learn how to wait for a little resistance to happen and start scalping. You understand? If you don't know how to hold a trade, you need to learn how to scalp a trade. And once you learn how to hold a trade, you'll know how to day trade. Let's go, beautiful people. Let's go. Tap that screen. Tap that screen. Tap that screen. In order to get on that YouTube, for those who are asking, all you have to do is go in my bio. Go in my bio. Click on it. You'll see Instagram. You'll see YouTube. And all you got to do is literally go on, subscribe, and then jump on that live. Let's go. Let's go. As the people fill up, we got the music in the background. Y'all give me some 8s in the chat if you can hear my music. Let's go. I don't know if you don't know it, but when you draw a trend line and you have an EMA 9 right here, that exponential moving average, the market likes to push up and then reject down. So as we basically go in here, I want you guys to see that little movement right here. Because if she doesn't reject down, let me show you 2 ways how you can trade. You can trade going down, or you can trade on the break close retest when the market goes up. Let's go. Let's go. How many people are excited? Let's go. How many people are excited? This is where you need to be. This is where you need to be, where you can get that sauce directly. We're learning and earning over here, beautiful people. We are learning and earning over here. We literally trade from the 4-hour, beautiful people. We trade from the 4-hour, but we mark her up from the week. We mark her up from the day. We look at the 4-hour and we start analyzing what we're going to buy and sell. Y'all tap that screen. Y'all tap that screen. Let's go. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. I'm on one right now. My baby girl's up. They just went back upstairs. I done switched the view on y'all. Let's go, beautiful people. Let's go. So TikTok, I want to let y'all know we finna get started. Class starts every day at 7 a.m. Eastern time. Let me turn my screen around so you can see me. Because I don't like holding my phone at the same time when I'm in my zone. So I'm telling you guys, if you want to get this sauce, come over here to my YouTube channel. It ain't gonna cost you a dime to get over there and literally get your eyes fed. You understand? Because most of you guys who are literally participating in the trading industry, you don't know where to get your education from. So you're jumping from literally influencer to influencer, courses to courses, and getting no results. If you want to get consistent results and you want to start catching some big pips and start growing some accounts, this is where you need to be. Because the difference between your consistency winning and consistently losing is your education. And I'm your number one digital educator in the industry, beautiful people. So like I said, go to my YouTube, subscribe, drop some comments on the videos over there. We already have 2 live streams where you guys can go. Last live stream, we taught you how to basically move your stop loss and start securing profits so you don't have to take L's. Understand that. That's the second thing I taught y'all. How to secure profit. Put some fire in the chat yesterday if you guys learned how to secure profits. 10 pips, 20 pips, 30 pips. So you don't have to worry about taking these immediate losses because you just didn't even put the stop loss. Like, share, follow for more. Tap that screen, TikTok. I'll see you guys. Everybody that migrates over there, I got something for you. Jump into my DMs if you want to learn how to basically join the organization. We finna get started. Deuces. Got to love it. Got to love it. Bam, bam, bam. What's up, beautiful people? What's happening, OBG? Let's go. How many people been eating this week? Let's go. How many people been eating this week? See, a lot of people don't understand that in order for you to really truly be successful in this industry, you really got to have some real good education, and you got to have a really good mentor. And not only do you need a really good mentor, that specific mentor must have the intentions on teaching you. You understand? And if that mentor don't have the intentions on teaching, then you're going to have some issues. So let me get that vibration and that frequency right for y'all. Ooh, let me get the vibration and frequency right for y'all. Let's get it. Let's manifest that money today. Let's manifest that 888 energy. We'll get that samurai music going.
4 different hacks that you can implement today. You get more followers on Instagram without posting more.
Let's go. Y'all hit that. Y'all hit them hearts right there. We got to calm and relax the room. Because like I told y'all, the number one thing that I like to do before I start educating you guys is set my vibe. And if you don't know how to set your vibe, and if you don't even know what's your vibe, and what I talk about is my money making vibe. I like to make money and receive money while I'm in my frequency and my proper energy and like blessing that temple. Put some 8s in the chat if you understand what I just told y'all. When I put frequency on in my home, it sets the whole environment to a whole nother level. As the sun is coming up, as everybody is waking up, I've already hit my back in the gym. So I've already did some really big back workout because I understand how heavy the industry is. Last night, me and my squad, we were day trading. We took entries on gold last night at 2460, rolled her all the way up to 2474. And now she's back down to 2463. Put some fire in the chat. We bought NAS. How many people saw that gap on NAS? Put some 8s in the chat if you saw that big gap on NAS. How NAS gapped up. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all how she gapped up. Y'all see that gap right there? Let me get it over here so y'all can see it. Y'all see that big gap right here? Let's clear the screen. So you guys can see it. Let me clear the screen. Y'all see that big gap right there? Y'all see that? Put some fire in the chat if you see that big ass gap right there. When the market gaps up like that, all you have to do is just wait for the market to literally come right back and fill this gap. You see that right there? She filled that gap. When she filled that gap, guess what we did? Let me show you. We bought right there. And when you with that AAA squad, guess what happens when you buy right here? You immediately catch gains. Did you hear what I told y'all? You immediately catch gains. Understand what I just told y'all, beautiful people? When you're on that AAA squad, you immediately catch the gains. Yo, let's go. I want to know what y'all want to learn today because I'm on one. I want to know what y'all trying to learn today because what I'm trying to teach is what you trying to learn. Because if you struggling with holding trades, you struggling with finding entries, if you struggling with literally trying to realize like, yo, I can mark my charts, but I just don't know where to buy and I don't know where to sell. I told my people last night, do you guys know what this really means right here? Let me get back over here on gold so I can show y'all. Let me get right over here on gold so I can show y'all. Y'all know when y'all see these little gaps in the market like this, these little spaces right here. See these little gaps? Anytime you see that, you know the market needs to come and fill those zones. So this is how you know when to get in and when to get out, when to scalp and things like that. I don't know if you don't know that. So let me show you again. Let me clear my charts. Let's mark her up. How many people want to see gold? Let's start off in the week. We know we had an ultimate high. Understand that. Yesterday, look at this. What did she hit? 2483. If you were in my Wick Talk yesterday morning, I showed you how you could have bought and scalped the position up to the biggest sale. Put some fire in the chat if you was in my class yesterday. I told you guys yesterday, you could jump in at the, 2470? It was at 2470? Yeah, 2470 or 2468. I think it was it was like a 2468. Actually 2467. It was 2467. And I told you how to secure pips up to 2470. And if she clears 2470, you can move your stop loss up to 2469. And as she goes to 72, 73, you can move your stop loss up 30 pips and secure 30 pips. Meaning if you have a standard there, you just secured $300 before 8 o'clock in the morning. Yo, where my boy Bram at? I think Bram was on there. I taught you guys this yesterday. And then I showed you guys what the daily was. The daily was 2482. I said, I like to mark and trap the daily candle from the roof to the floor. And I always sell from the roof and I buy from the floor. But before I do it, I make sure I validate it. So for those who are looking to find out when to buy, when to sell, you got to have consistency on where you're buying and where you're selling at. So let me show you that once again on gold, because I only trade gold and NAS. I don't bounce around all over the market. And see what happens with you guys, a lot of you guys are trading currencies, you're trading crypto, you're trading indices, and because you're getting inconsistency in your winnings and you're losing, you're all over the place. How many times have you been how many entrepreneurs we got in the house right now? How many times you got so much shit going on that you don't end up getting nothing done? How many times have you literally had so much going on and somebody just tells you, man, if you just clean that shit up, maybe you can actually get something done. I tell people when you're marking up your charts and when you're trading, it should be just like your room. Your room shouldn't be messy. How many people wash clothes and then leave them in the clothes basket and then put the clothes on from the clothes basket? You can't do that in life. Once again, if you're brand new, what I personally like to do, I literally like to find the overall trend. Everybody type in the chat, what is the overall trend on the week? It's basically coming from the 1616, went all the way up to the 2486. Let me say that again. 1616 2 years ago, and now she's at 2486. So she is literally currently overall going up. So therefore, I know the overall weekly uptrend, the weekly trend is up. So therefore, if I get to the day, because how many people are in here day trading? Y'all tap that screen. You see people like, man, you talking to me? Man, you got cameras in my house? You got cameras in my house? So here we go again. When I'm day trading, what I want to do is get to that daily candle. Watch this. Let's get to that daily candle, beautiful people. Let's get to the daily candle. And what I like to do is tap the daily roof, and then I like to tag it. And I like to let you guys know that's the daily roof. That's my daily roof. Bink, right there. So therefore, if you're selling, which I'm selling at $24.74, anytime it hits my daily roof, and imagine this, I've been up since 4. I just left the gym. Everybody knows I trade before I even go to the gym. My people were trading in the middle of the night, Asian and London session. So I want you guys to see the 15 minutes from the 24.74. Everybody knows I always put a standard there. Sometimes 2 lots when I'm feeling myself. Can we say, wee? Can we get some wee in the chat? Let's go. You understand what I'm telling y'all right now? This is super simple. It's not hard. And I do this 5 days a week, 4 weeks straight, 12 months out of the year. Let me say that again. I don't trade on Sundays and Fridays. So I'm literally marking up my charts on Sundays. Understand that. I'm marking up my charts on Sundays. Let's go. Let's go. I'm marking the charts up on Sundays. I'm entering in trades coming into London and Asian and London sessions. And then I'm literally day trading Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, snatching profits Friday, withdrawing Friday, copy paste and doing it all over again. I don't think y'all heard what I said. So let's go back to the day. So we got our daily roof popping off. Anytime I see the daily candle has very little rejection at the bottom of the candle, meaning it has a little wick, I do not cap it. I do not do this. Boom. Because that lets me know that's not a valuable price at $24.58. What's a valuable price is this wick next to it right there. Put some fire in the chat if you understand what I just did. So now that gives me room that if I'm in the sale from here to say, yo, if I got the 74, I can take it down to the 50 for 240 pips. No, you can't see the numbers, Kareem. You can't see the numbers. But you should have your trading view up. You should have a notebook in your hand, and you should have a pencil and pad, because I'm consistently calling out the numbers so you can understand what price range I'm talking about. Because if you put a line at the top of that daily candle, you're going to get $24.75. If you put a line at the bottom of the next candle next to it, you're going to get $24.50. Put some fire in the chat if you understand that. This is just because this is a new streaming app, so I'm still new at the streaming game, so the technical difficulties, we still rocking through them. But as long as you can hear me and feel me, that's all that really truly matters right now. That's all that really matters right now. So now watch this, beautiful people. If I know my daily price range as of right now, 7:18 in the morning, the price has reached a high of 2,475. It was at one point at 2,450. You understand that? So that lets me know that I have a 240 pip range to make money right now. If she's sitting at 63 and heading down to 50, that means out of the 240, I have 130 pips left. Is the math mathing? Is the math mathing for y'all? So if I know I only got 130 pips left, why am I looking for 500 pips? Let me say that again. If I know I only got 130 pips left before the market decides to go in a different direction, why am I sitting here trying to gain 500 pips, 600 pips? Why am I thinking that I'm finna make a big move? This is why I tell you, in your mind, secure the 20 to 30 pips. And you should be able to do that at least 10 times. Because if I put literally a 0.10 and I do 30 pips, somebody put that in the chat what that would be. It's like $30. If you do 30 and you do that 10 times, because you can trade all day, that's $300. If you did $300 a day, let's do some math again. I like to do the math, because when you're trading, what people fail to realize is the numbers. Like, a lot of you guys fail to do the numbers. A lot of you guys fail to calculate the pippage. So let's do some numbers. 300 times 5 is what? 1,500. 1,500 times 4 is what? 6 racks. $6,000 a month from your phone. How many months there in a year? Everybody know it's really 13, but we're going to say 12 since everybody's been indoctrinated. Let me say it again. We all know that there's 13, but since everybody's been indoctrinated, we're just going to go with the standard 12. April Fools. Yes. We do that times 12. That's 72,000. Let me show you that again. Let me show you that again. 6,000 times 12. That's 72K from your phone. Let me say that again. How many people would like to make 72,000 from their phone? No boss. Nobody hackling you. In a proper community where other individuals are absolutely doing the exact same. So let's get to it, beautiful people. Let's get to that 4 hour. Let's get to the 4 hour. Now she's facing some resistance at the 2461, which is where we were literally buying at last night. What candle do we see coming from the daily roof? That is a gravestone doji. Put a 2 in the chat if you have no clue what a gravestone doji is. See, I like to give you guys structure. I like to give you guys real education, and I like to give you guys candlestick patterns, Japanese candlestick pattern. I don't know if you guys don't know this, but the reason why I'm as good as I am is because I understand the candlestick patterns. I specialize in Japanese candlestick patterns one-on-one. This is what I specialize in. A gravestone doji you're going to see at the top of an uptrend. And what that means is, at one point, the buyers were actually in charge. And then sellers came in and started pushing the price from $24.75 down to $24.65. And that's where it closed. Meaning, buyers and sellers have came to an agreement and they closed at the exact same price. So now, because it's at the top of the uptrend, that candle is upside down. You see the upside down T? So when you see this in the market, that means that the market is shifting. How do you confirm that the sellers have taken over? Is when the following candle that opens of a gravestone doji pushes up and retraces and closes under the gravestone doji. Put some fire in the chat if you understand. Let me say that again. Put some fire in the chat if you understand. This candle must close under this candle to confirm sellers have taken over. But if you do not know what the EMA 9 is, let me introduce you to the EMA 9. The EMA 9 is an actual rejection type actual indicator, meaning it acts as a trampoline. Every time the market wants to get to the EMA 9, especially in a higher time frame, it likes to reject. Let me say it again. It likes to reject. So what that means is the market will literally touch a 2461 and push up another 20-30 pips. So if you want to scalp her, watch this. If you want to scalp her, you would scalp from a 2461, which is hella aggressive, back up to a 2463 or a 2465. Let me say that again. There she goes. There she goes right there. Watch your 15 minutes. Let me get this out of here. So I'm showing you real live plays. Look at that. There it is right there. You see? There's your 2461 back up to the EMA 9. And if the EMA 9 is being pushed up on the actual 4 hour, that means on the lower time frame, guess what we're doing? She's coming back to reject again. Let me show you. Let's get this out of here. Let's get this out of here. You see that? What did I tell you she likes to do? She likes to reject. So you go back to your 4 hour. Let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. That's how you know how to scalp within that 130 pip range and get your 30 to 40 pips. Y'all show some love in that chat. Y'all hit that heart right there. I'm going to say this early. When you guys get off of this live immediately gets posted on my YouTube. I need all of you guys to start dropping comments on the actual videos so the algorithm can understand that these are real people getting real benefits, and then they push that to the For You page. They push that to the algorithm. So like I just said, when the market just touched down, it flew from 24.75 trying to get to 24.50. It needs more sellers. We know the market is in an overall uptrend for the last 2 years. So the last thing you want to do is get caught selling big against an overall uptrend. So if you're going to scalp and buy her when she's currently going down, you don't want to literally get caught up buying when it's literally going down. So what you want to do is scalp. And if you don't know what scalping is, that means getting in and out of the market till you find your overall position. The overall position comes, what I told you in the beginning when I showed you those gaps. This is the overall position, the 24.50. So you have a total of 140. You see that? 140 pips till it comes down here. You have an hour and 30 minutes where it can retrace back up and literally give this gravestone doji no confirmation, because the gravestone doji is sitting at 24.65. It's already at 24.64. If it closes 24.66, this is no longer valid. That means the buyers are still in power, and that's a perfect scalp. Put some fire in the chat if you understood what I just said. Put some 1 in the chat if you have zero clue what I just said. There is a comment section, John Bledsoe, or you can comment on the video. Yes, everybody is commenting, baby. All you gotta do is press comments and leave one. There's a comment on all the videos, baby. I'm a real boy, Trent, like Pinocchio. Like Pinocchio. So let's go to it. Remember what I said. Now remember what I said. I personally would not be taking that little buy. Let me tell you why. Because I'm in the bigger sale from the 24.74. Why? Because the overall trend is going up, but the current trend is going down. And if I'm trying to trade for the day, and I'm trading right now, guess what we're doing? You have to follow what is current. So what is happening currently, the market has went from 86 down to 24.63. So that means the overall sauce where the market has jumped, retraced back up, and still heading back down. So only where she's going to find real buyers, it is proven, let me show you, because it's in a new area, you have no history here. You have all your history down here. You understand that? You have all of the history of gold down here. There's nothing trading above but this area right here. So therefore, if she's going down, she's coming down to find more buyers in the current areas where it knows buyers are sitting. Because right now, she's in no man's land. Look at this. That's an area where buyers are sitting. Every time you see these little wicks poking out and you see the gap, put a 1 in the chat if you see that. You see that wick and then you see it push up? These are areas where a market has left liquidity and the market has to come back and fill these areas. These are all zones. These are all once buying zones, all once selling zones that we gave you. You see, you can look right here. Look right here and say, yo, we sold right here. We sold right there. We also bought right there. Put some 8s in the chat. Put some 8s in the chat. I just gave y'all sauce. You see, so that's the most current. That is the most current area where the market has to come, feel, and then find more buyers and then shoot back up, because this is new. Ooh. Let me say it again. Let me get rid of them for everybody that put the ones in the chat, so you can see it directly. Put some 8s in the chat if you understood what I just said, because I just gave my team this sauce last night. If you're marking up your charts and you want to know where we find zones to give you to say, hey, this is a current area that I personally feel that gold will come down to and then reject out of. Now, let me also say this. This is not for financial advice. I am not your financial advisor. I am your educator. This is for educational purposes only. Past performances does not predict future gains. Understand that, beautiful people. But what we do over here, we get pips. So in order for you to understand where the market has been, where the market is at, where she's going, you have to find these areas right here, like that, like this, like this. Put some fire in the chat if you understand that now. I'm going to show you again. You have to find areas like this, and like this. So watch us, beautiful people. So I'm going to put that right here. Bink. I'm going to leave it like that because it's a higher time frame. Watch your 1 hour now. You see that now? She should push back up. Watch it. She should push back up. And as she pushes back up, she's going to trickle her way back down, because now you can start looking at a current trend. You see it? Right there. Bing, bing. You need a solid 3 touches. A solid 3 touches to make sure it is a current trend. Right now, you have 2. 1, 2. So I personally allow the market to push back up, and then I start scalping her down. So let me tell you why I scalp down, because the current trend is down. The overall trend is up. So therefore, I scalp down to take the quicker scalp to 30, 40 pips down, because I know I have another 140 pips to go. You understand that? And as I get over here, I start getting ready to take the bigger buy back up to start creating a new area, because it's showing that overall it's in the buying position and it wants to make a new high. It is getting close to the 2,500 like I've been telling you. This is market structure 101. What happens? You guys start jumping into trades hella early. And when you jump into trades hella early, this is when you're immature and don't know how to handle a drawdown. Also, you don't know how to split your lot sizes. It is highly important that you understand that most of the times you're not going to be correct on your first entry. Understand that. Let me say that again. Most of the time you're not going to be correct on your very first entry. So therefore, you have to literally compensate that by using a smaller lot size. So overall, if you have 500 in your account and you're only going to be using, say, a 0.15, my first entry is going to be like a 0.05. My second entry is going to be the back of whatever zone I'm taking, and that's where I'll put my 0.10. Put some 8s in the chat if you understand that. Let me say that again. So if I jumped in right here for a sale, I'll put 0.15. If it reaches to the back of the trend line, that's where I'll put my 0.10. Gives me a total of 0.15 in there. She starts heading back down. Boom. We exit out. You see? We exit out. So let's go. Let's go, beautiful people. She's starting to push up like we want her. She pushes up like we want her, baby. And as long as she's pushing up, We are enjoying the push-up. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. How many people are enjoying this sauce? How many? Yeah, you got to split the lots. You have to split your lot size. You have to split your lot size, because if you're not splitting your lot size, that means you're not giving yourself any room for a trade to go the opposite way that you're actually intending it to go, because not everybody is going to give you just a sniper entry. Not every entry is going to be a sniper entry. And what I've learned in this industry, what I personally learned in this industry, that when you enter a trade, 9 out of 10, if you're trading by yourself, it gets a lot ugly faster than it gets pretty. Put some fire in the chat if you understood what I just said. It gets really ugly before it gets real pretty. Somebody said, what area? Freddie, give me push-ups. Give me push-ups. That's what you can give me. You give me push-ups. That's what you give me. That's what you can give me. You can give me push-ups. I just pointed out to you live in action and told you here and told you there. That's why you should have a pencil and pad. And what happens when you try to make money over learning, you start thinking about the entries versus thinking about the zones, and why I'm telling you should be splitting your lot size there. You understand that? 25? Shit. I just told you to split your lot size. I need at least 150. If I gave you a 0.15, that's 10 push-ups a pip. That's 10 pips up a micro mini lot. You got to give me 150, bro. You lucky I didn't give you a standard. That's 1,000 push-ups. I know you didn't catch it, Freddie. That's why you have to have some repercussion. And that's why push-ups is better than me telling you, bro, send me $100 to my Cash App. You see? Most influencers are going to say, yo, I charge for that. I say, give me push-ups. So at least you get fit while you're learning. I don't think nothing wrong with that. Let's go put some 8s in the chat. That's easy. I know it's easy. I know it. So watch it, beautiful people. So let me give you guys some sauce. I have a couple people in my DMs talking about stochastics and talking about my EMA 9. I'm going to drop down to the 1 minute real quick and explain the stochastics. And then we're going to come back because we got another maybe 20 some minutes in class. And then we're going to basically educate you guys, and we're going to find some money. Let's put some fire in the chat. Let's put some fire in the chat. So reason why I go to the 1 minute, I do not trade on the 1 minute, but because I'm live streaming, it gives you live movement and it gives you really fast movement. So I like to do price action commentary while I'm actually showing you what the stochastics mean. So what I do on my stochastics is I mark up the max overbought area, which is right here. I make it red because I like to sell from there. And then I mark my max this is my max overbought area. And then I mark my max oversold area, and I mark it green. Let me repeat that. First thing I do is do my max overbought, and I make it red. Then I do my max oversold, and I make it green. Why? Because every time it gets here, it retraces. The blue line shows you what the current candle is doing. You see it? So that lets me know the market is going to get right here and starts heading back down. Watch it. See what it did right here? See what it did right here? It's trying to make an M. So I wait till the market gives me this type of peak before I start jumping in and selling her from the 2465 area up in here. Watch it, beautiful people. Watch it. I'm going to show you why you wait. Because if you don't wait, she can come back down and keep popping up. So if you just start selling her right here, it's going to be kind of like immature. And you don't have the chance to really engage it because it's only 27 seconds. She'll pop right back up on you. You see that? So you want her to close the way she's closing. You see how she's closing now? But she's still not closed. You got 17 seconds. So she can immediately pop back up on you. And now you back into a drawdown. You see that? Put some fire in the chat if you understand what I'm telling you. So what you want in the next 8 seconds for the market to close right here, the next candle to literally push back up here, and then you're going to see your peak. Watch it. Here it comes. Here it comes. Now, well, look at it, beautiful people. Y'all see it? You see it? So that shows you that you have rejection right here. That shows that there's rejection right there. So that's where I'll say, all right, I can put my 0.05 there. Then I know that the overall is coming up here because the EMA 200 likes to suck it up. I know I have 30 seconds. So what I wait for is the market to push all the way up here. Watch it. Here she comes. Y'all put some fire in the chat. I'm telling you, I'll give y'all live sauce. I give you live sauce. You got 15 seconds. Watch it come into that zone. Start showing you some rejection. As she gets into that zone, she's at 24.65. Remember what I told you, if you were scalping from the 4 hour and you bought that 24.61, she just gave you 40 pips. She came to the zone. Look at this. Look. She comes to the zone, rejects out of the zone. Now she gives me my peak. That peak cannot be changed. You understand that? That peak cannot be changed. All she can do is just consolidate over here. I'm seeing major rejection from here. As she breaks down, once she breaks past this area here, that market will go from the overbought market all the way down to the oversold market. And look at what we have here. What did I just teach you about these gaps? What did I teach you about these gaps, beautiful people? What did I teach you about these gaps right here? Here he goes. Watch this. Watch this. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now the market breaks down. Now she's back into normality. Watch her right now. Now these sellers are in play. They push back up from the EMA 9. Look at that bounce. Look at the bounce. Don't forget, you're not selling her yet till she comes here. This is why you secure and you understand your area. She's just consistently showing you that she's going to reverse from here. You understand that? Only when she gets up here, that's when you see the big sellers there. You can look. That's where you see your big sellers at. Put some fire in the chat if you're following me. I wait for the confirmation. This is not enough confirmation. This just gives me excited that what I'm waiting for is going to happen. You understand that? Because if you like selling right here, you're like up and down and up and down, up and down, up and down. And you're probably going to go like 3, 4, 5 minutes. You're going to be like, oh, fuck, I'm about to make a mistake. Man, that shit is going to fly up. So you freak out. This is why I get excited. Look how I get excited. Because as she comes in here, I know sellers are here. I know sellers are there, but I wait for the bigger push up so the buyers can get exhausted. Because overall, it's in an uptrend. Currently, it's in a downtrend. But I see this little movement here. I wait till it get right up in here. This is when I start saying, all right, I'll take the chance now. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her right now. Put some fire in the chat. Put some fire in the chat. I just coached you all the way up there. I coached you all the way up there. Now she's hitting the 24.65, the EMA 200. The EMA 200 acts as a magnet. And when the magnet pulls the market up, it likes to slingshot the market back down. Here she comes. There's the pull up. Watch it. There's your pull up. 5. You're still in the 24.65. Look at this. Watch it. Here it comes. You got your little peak. Now she's going to start trickling back down. And if she does not trickle down, guess what you're truly waiting on? The resistance right here. You understand that? You're 10 pips in the drawdown from right here on just your 1 minute. Now that I'm looking at it at a small range, you see a W right here. Y'all see that W? Look at the W. Now that I'm looking at it, look at the W right here. So that's like the end of the W. So now you can immediately correct yourself. So this is why I can openly say, this is why I put that 0.05, because even here, I'm down maybe like $10. You understand that? I'm like negative like $10. If I put a lot, I'm negative like $100. You see that? So this is why it's important to not go all in. And then as she starts making her way up, that's when you hit her with your big go. You see, watch her, beautiful people. Let's get her over there. Let's get her over there. She completes that W. So imagine you went into a 10 pip drawdown and look at where she's heading now. Look at where she's heading now, beautiful people. Y'all put some fire in the chat. Put some fire in the chat. So we're going to let her push all. Look at that blue line now. Now she has to get through your to the EMA 9. Once she gets through there, yo, it's smoke in the city. It's smoke in the city. But you have 3 white soldiers. You have 3 white soldiers here. You have 3 white soldiers. 4th soldier is going to be a reverse retesting candle. You have your buying structure right here. I still see her going back up here to finish that W out. These are just the facts. How many people see the 3 white soldiers? 3 consecutive higher highs. 4th candle is going to be your retest candle. She should pull back up from there. There she goes. You understand that? There she goes. That's like market structure 101. Market structure 101. Put some fire in the chat if you're understanding your stochastics now. Put some fire in the chat if you understand the stochastic. Now it's at the modest area of the back of your zone. Sellers are here. So now you can say sellers should come in and you should have enough sellers to make it back outside the aggressive area right here. I'm telling you facts. Because we're looking at the 1 minute. You go back over here to the 15. Let me show you. You go back over to the 15, nothing has actually happened. You see? She's just finna come right here and then reject back down over here and then finish the W. She's gonna finish that W. That's amazing. She's gonna finish that W, that's for sure. Look at the 1 hour. Amazing structure. Let's get it back. Let's get it back so everybody can see. Let's get it back so everybody can see. Put some fire in the chat if you guys are understanding that. Put some fire in the chat if you guys are understanding that. This is how you get in and out of the market and get money. 30 pips, 20 pips, 40 pips. According to your capital, that's how much you know how many lot size you should use. If you're using small lot size because you have small capital, then you must be willing to take your 20, 30 pips, take that $8, take that $10, because that's the capital you have. And if you look at that and that's a 3% gain or 2% gain, yo, where in the world are you getting 3 and 2% a day? There's no corporate structure right here in America that's giving you 3 to 2% a day. Your 401k is not doing it. Your Roth's not doing it. Your CD's not doing it. Nobody's doing it for you. Check it out on that 1 minute. I want y'all to see it. Check it out on that 1 minute. We got through. Put some fire in the chat. Put some fire in the chat. Look at the 1 minute now. Look at the 1 minute now. Did I call it or did I call it? Look at this. Look at it. I want you guys to see it. This is how you trade. This is how you trade. So when you go to the higher time frames, and I use the stochastics just the way I used it on the 1 minute, it happens slower, it moves strategically, and it doesn't move rapid fast the way it's doing on the 1 minute, so it's very easy to read. I personally don't need the stochastics to trade. I use it to teach beginners because it is the best way for a beginner to use a lagging indicator to monitor the actual market, to see where the market is going to reject and see where the market is going to literally keep pushing forward. So if I just showed you the EMA 9 likes to reject, you have 3 consecutive lower lows. What do you think is going to happen right here? Talk to me. What do you pop your other half? When do you pop your other half? Sweetheart, Courtney, I would have went in right here and I'll pop my other half right there. And I would have got all of that right there. And as she comes right here, look at what I told you. As she comes right here, you have market rejection in your stochastic. You can just find your rejection area, which you can literally see it right there. Let's bring it down. Let's find rejection right here. There she goes. There's your rejection right there. You see it? You can see where she's at. Right here. She's trying to reject. Boop. Right there. You see that? So now what you want is sellers to keep pushing in. And imagine this is the 1 minute. This is the 1 minute. So this has zero, let me say, it has zero value when it comes to making money. It has a lot of value when it comes to giving you the sauce. Understand that. It shows you where market rejects. It shows you where the market is going to come and go. So you can understand how to hold a trade when you're in the higher time frames. You see how the market rejects out of this area? These are the rejections I'm talking about right here. right here, right here, right here. So now it comes back down, feels that zone. You have 30 something seconds. And once it gets down here, it would do the exact same it did up here. It would reverse, and then you start buying. And guess where you can start buying from? Here's the initial zone right up in here. You can see it here. You can see it right up in here. And then you can have this one. Then you have this one. You see it? It's common sense 101. It's common sense 101. Now the market, let me move this line down. The market has to fight to get into this consolidated area. We got 10 minutes left in class. The market has to fight to get into this consolidated area. So before it hits the max oversold, it always rejects. Let me show you where it rejects from. It rejects right there. Let's make it blue, baby blue, so you can see it. It rejects right here. It likes to reject right there. So what it needs to do, it needs to go back up and get more sellers. Where is it going to get sellers from? Let me show you. Right here. I'm going to bring that line and I'm going to put it right there. Why are sellers right there? Because history shows that sellers are right here. Put some fire in the chat if you just learned something. You're not scalping, Bram, from the 1 minute. You're scalping from the 15. You're scalping from that 4 hour. You understand that? So this has zero value on the 1 minute. So it's not moving like pip wise. Understand, if you hold it for 5-10 minutes, 5-10 candles over here, then you're going to get 10-20 pips. On the 15, this is where you take this strategy that I'm teaching you, and then you take it over there and you use it. See how I told you sellers are right here? Look. See how I put that highlighted area and I said sellers are right here. Sellers came in right there. This on a 15 minutes is like 30 pips on a 15 minutes. That's what I'm telling you. That same candle structure on the 15. Let me show you so you guys can understand. Like I said, I use it for education. Let me get rid of the blue line so you guys can see. So you guys can see. Y'all see this candle right here? Put some ones in the chat. If you see this candle, I'm going to remove everything so you can see it. See this candle from here to here? Right here you have 2,466. Right here you have 2,064. That's 20 pips right there. On the 1 minute, it ain't even nothing. You understand that? If you use the same thing I showed you and you use it on the 15 minutes, the 1 hour, look at here. From here, 2464. It's already back up to 2465 in the middle. You see that? So that's 10 pips right there that you secure. This is what I'm telling you guys. When you're trading outside pre-market movement and you know for a fact that you're trading in the middle of the day. Look, you're trading in the middle of the day. You're trading in the middle of the day. How do I know it's in the middle of the day? Because the daily top price is 24.75 actually. 24.76. We didn't use the bottom of the day. We used the previous day, which was 24.52, which is actually 24.50 when you get it to the dot. Bam. So that lets me know I still have 150 pips to play around with. This is what I'm teaching y'all right now. I just jumped to the 1 minute to show you why I have this here. You see what just happened? You see how it peaked up? So look at this. Now it'll make sense. Max overbought. Max oversold. I got my peak. I got my drop. That's my weekly high. You see? So that's how I knew to tell you guys yesterday, sell from the 24.82. It went to 24.83. It gave you 10 pips and then it dropped from here all the way down here. How did I know? Because of this right here. Put some fire in the chat. Put some fire in the chat. Look at that. I closed that sale at $14. You see? Or is that $145? Yeah, $145. $145. I'm telling y'all facts. It's amazing to understand the market structure. It's amazing to understand price action. It's amazing to understand that if you're trying to get into the industry, which is a $6.6 trillion daily industry, you better know your numbers. You better know what you're trying to get when you press that buy button. You better know what you're trying to get when you press that sell button. You better know what you're trying to get when you're analyzing the market and you're marking the market, and you better understand the personality that you plan on using to get it. Put some fire in the chat. Put some fire in the chat. I'm here to teach you how to fish. I don't know how else to teach you guys. I'm only here to teach you how to fish. I'm only here to teach you how to fish. I can give you fishes all day, but most of you guys have no home etiquette, so therefore you won't even clean your plate. You will probably come to the barbecue with literally nothing in your hands. You understand that? You will come to the barbecue with nothing in your hands when it comes to the Forex industry. Meaning, I will give you a signal, you will take that signal, you will screenshot your wins, and that's it. You see? But my question to you, if you just screenshotted your win, can you tell your son, can you tell your daughter, can you tell your wife, can you tell your friend how you made that money? That's the big question here. See, now we get into some sauce, beautiful people. See, this is why I get on, I started live streaming, because I think the world needs to see it. And if the world needs to see it and you're participating and you start showing somebody, you need to be able to explain how you did it. And if you ain't gonna show nobody else, you better be able to show your kids. Put some fire in the chat if you got kids. Put some fire in the chat if you got kids. Put some fire in the chat if you will want your children to not go through the same rat race that you have been in for the last 10 years, 5 years, 20 years, 30 years you working in corporate America and still don't have enough. You living check to check. You barely have enough to do something extra. We have an event right here, right now. We've been feeding OBG for 4 years fishes. And a lot of you guys are still not financially stable enough to take an investment on yourself and come to an event and book a hotel for 3 days, miss work, and come out here and get lit on fire for this industry. And the only reason why that is the key is because you're eating fishes and you're not learning how to fish. And everybody knows the saying, if I give you a fish, you will feed a man for a day. If I teach a man how to fish, you will feed him for life. And that's why I'm here. You understand? We got the roof. We got the roof. Keith, we got the roof, baby. We got the roof. I'm telling y'all, I put a Keith on there. I hit that motherfucker with 5 lots on that bitch. I hit that hole with 5 lots. I said, shit, I'm finna smack her. I'm done missing the roof. So let me tell you why this is highly important, because we're coming into a day and an age where old era is going out, a new era is coming in, and that new era is digital. Because if you're literally still eating fast food, you're still buying things from the gas station, 9 out of 10, you're doing it at a kiosk now. You're ordering from the drive-thru and it's a robot now. People are only making the food and just putting it out and giving it to you. Robots are taking over. So my question is, in this particular industry, do you want to be a user? Or would you like to be an investor? Let me say what I mean by that. If you stay a user, people like me, people like Keith, people like that is in my organization, that AAA gang, we're going to make money off of you. Let me say that again. People like me and people that I educate, people like Keith, people like Alex, people like Kylie, people like the leaders of OBG, we're going to consistently make money off of you. The minute you learn how to fish and you become an investor, you make money with us. Because the educated individuals will always make money off of the uneducated individuals who are jumping in out of the market with assumptions. Assuming the market is going to go down. Assuming the market is going to go up. Assuming that every time they particularly press the button, that they're right. I only trade when I see an edge in the market. And And if I don't see an edge in the market and I just like the area, I put a very small lot size just to check if I'm right or I'm wrong. And I personally don't care if I'm right or wrong, because I know there's absolutely nothing that I've personally done. I know that there's nothing that I've personally done to make that actually happen. That's what you guys got to get out of your head, because when you guys are losing, you're thinking you're making the mistake. You're not making the mistake. You didn't trade off an edge. You just jumped in very aggressively. And now you don't mentally know how to actually handle a drawdown. So you have to learn how to self-develop. I'm just telling y'all straight. So just for an example, this whole time I'm in class, I took a buy on NAS, just a scalper, at 19,877. Where's NAS sitting right now? Let's go to NAS right now. Let's go to 18,777. This is what happened while I'm in class right now. Remember I was just telling y'all about that gap? She came back down and hit that gap again. Let's go right here. Boop. Yeah, right there. So if I just showed y'all what that EMA 9 does, what you think the EMA 9 does? What does she do? She bounced. So imagine this whole time I'm teaching, I have a standard right there. I'm just telling y'all. Yes, you can stay our bees or make money with us. Yes. This is the sauce. You must learn how to fish. You must learn, why am I telling you these things? Because I tell my children these things. My daughters will only know how to make money from the financial markets. Nobody was going to be able to come to my daughters and wow them with dollar bills. No one is going to be able to come to my daughters and wow them and say, yo, I'm a trader. You understand that? Nobody on social media is going to be able to flash a video on our For You page and get my daughters to click on it when they are already trading, since they're small. You understand the power of that? And just to let y'all know, I've been trading with my team directly at nighttime for the last 1 month. 1 month. My boy Keith, type in the comments how many pips we're up just in a month. Last time I stopped counting, it was like 20,000. Let me and people say, man, that's bullshit. Last time I stopped counting, it's about 20,000 pips from the signals. I'm gonna drink my refresher with no inclusions. So I'm here to tell any and everybody that is in this chat, find your vibe, set your vibe, find your space in this industry, because there's enough money in there for everybody. And as you're making that money, secure that money, make it real. Start making small deposits. You see people making $5,000, $6,000, $20,000. That does not matter. If you got a $50 win, take that $50 and put it back into the wallet over there. Don't risk it anymore if you ain't made a deposit. If you ain't made a withdrawal, why risk it? Put it over there and withdraw it to make it the industry real. And then go fill your tank up with digital money. Go buy your lunch with digital money. Yeah, we caught 4,000 pips last night. I went to sleep on it. We caught 4,000 pips just last night. I went to sleep on it. Let's get back over here to gold. Look at gold. Let's get back to the higher time frames. Look at that scalp. Remember what I told y'all? You can scalp her up. This is the first thing I told you. You can scalp her up from 24.61 and you can catch 30 to 40 pips and jump up out of her at 24.65. Put some ones in the chat if you remember me telling you that. Put some ones in the chat if you remember me telling you this the first 10 minutes of Wick Talk. I said the overall trend is going up. The current trend is going down. If you want to literally make a play, what I see right now is the rejection of the EMA 9 on a 4-hour candle. So you can buy a 2461 and you can immediately get 30 to 40 pips out of that move and then just cut that trade. This is the very first thing I told you. So let's recap what I gave you today. It's 8:04. Let's recap what I gave you today. I showed you the importance of understanding rejection from the overbought market to the oversold market. The very first thing I taught you was the gravestone doji that you see right here on the 4-hour candle. And then I gave you confirmation on why you should jump out at 2465, because what you want if you're in a sell position like me from the roof from 2476, I said you want that candle to close under the gravestone doji. It gave you 2461 to literally 2465 before she's going to start trying to trickle back down and fill this zone that I gave you down to the floor, which is the difference between 130 to 150 pips that you have left if you're trading from the roof to the floor. Meaning we're trading from the overbought market max to the max oversold market. And that's how I know how to hold trades. This is the recap of this class. This is literally the basics of the most advanced shit and the most simplest way you can put it, because not once did I use technical trading language that makes most people run from this industry. I use basic language that the common man can understand. I use basic language that the common man and common woman could understand in a difficult industry that most people don't get. I use candlesticks from a free app that everybody has access to. And I told everybody in the first 10 minutes, that's a gravestone doji. You have rejection on the 4-hour. I trade from the 4-hour. So what I see on the 4-hour, I see the rejection and I see it right there for 2461, but the current trend is going down. So I don't want to get caught quick buying when the trend is going down also currently. So I said I would only take her from 2461 if you're not currently in a trade up to 2465. That gives you 40 pips. If you put a lot size there, that's $400. Right now, she's currently sitting at 2465, and now you're seeing another doji. And another doji means that the market is still confused between buyers and sellers. Buyers and sellers are currently sitting at the exact same price. They have the exact same pressure. So you see a big wick here, meaning sellers were in power. You see a big wick here, shows you buyers in power. So that lets me know that currently, overall, the market is going up. Currently, the market is going down. That's why you have confusion. Why? Because you're in the middle. Let me show you again. You are in the middle of the daily price range of the 260 pips. You only have 100 and literally 50 to 60 pips left that you can take if you're in that sale. So this is when I tell you guys, you must understand why you're entering in a trade. Why am I only going to take 150 pips versus the whole thing? Why I don't hold it and say, oh man, it's going to run all the way back up. I don't care if it runs back up. I'm going to put a standard there and I'm going to calculate 30 to 40 pips, meaning it's $100 a pip. And I'm going to take 40 pips, $400, close my trade, close my account, and then I'm going to go feed my daughters. Then I'm going to go get out there into the world. I don't know who's going to give y'all this sauce, beautiful people. Like I said, I don't ask for much. But as you get off of this live, as we close out, the video would immediately get posted. Go up under there. You'll see the comment section. Click the comments. And it'll allow you to leave a comment. Leave what you learned today. Just show some love. Like it. If you have not subscribed to my channel, you should be subscribed. Because everything that I do on here is going to get posted on here. So if you just so happen to miss it, if you see your children wanting to learn it also, have them go to YouTube and say, yo, go look at that Wick Talk from 7:16, and then follow it from 7:17, then follow it from 7:18. Because if your children is binging on Netflix, if you are still binging on Netflix, you can binge on this shit here. Let's go. You just got them push-ups in, Freddie? I like it. I like it. You might need to send me a video. You might need to send me a video. This is a digital world, baby. I love you too, Kareen. I love you too. I appreciate it and everybody that is showing me love. You understand that? Because I don't ask for much, but like I said, we're literally trying to show the world that we got this sauce. And not only do we got this sauce, we're giving the sauce. And in order to build the business, people need to learn how to trade. And what's the sad part about this business is that if I do network marketing, I can network market this business. I have the gift of gab. I can sell people on this business of network marketing and just making money and building people upon people, because that's how corporations are built off the other shoulders of other people. So I can sell that concept. But the last thing I want to do is give the industry a bad name, is bring people in and then just throw them in a big pot and then just keep putting people on top of people. And then tell that person, if you really want to make money, is go get me 3 other people and then I'll show you something. So I'm doing that at the same time while educating. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put people on top of people. And as I'm putting people on top of people, I'm going to educate them. So when I say, yo, I just fucking gave you almost 20,000 pips. Let me put 3 motherfuckers on your shoulders. Let me say that again. I just gave you 20,000 pips. Let me put 3 people on your shoulders. Is that not fair? Is that not fair? It's just the truth. I'm a businessman. I am corporate America. That's real shit. No network marketer is going to tell you that. They're just going to tell you to go get people. But they're not going to give you sauce. I'm going to give you sauce. And then I'm going to say, go get me people now. And then I'm going to put them on your shoulders. Why am I going to put them on your shoulders? Because you're a valuable foundation now. You are a valuable foundation for me to put someone on. And so when I start signing people up, I'm at a position where I don't need to sign them up under me. I'll sign them up under you. And now I put people on top of people and people on top of people. Now everybody's making money because now each one is teaching one. You see that? That's the proper foundation of building. I don't know how else to do it, because if I do it immaturely, we're going to fall. See, this is what happened to me in the beginning 3 years ago. I just brought a shitload of people in and everybody got spread it out. So then when I started trying to build on top of people, they had bad knees because they still wasn't trading. They didn't know how to trade. So when I put someone in here that wants to only learn how to trade and don't want to bring me people, and then I stack that person on someone else's shoulder who ain't even trading, that's a bad structure. That's bad structure. You understand that? It's bad structure. I'm gonna give y'all about another 10 more minutes of mindset, because I know we ain't got nothing going on early in the morning. Sad but true. We ain't got nothing else going on until after open bell. So here, the reason why I jumped off Zooms and started live streaming is because I'm an individual that knows business. And when I understand the structure of the business building of OBG has been built wrong, so in order for me to rewrite that, you have to tear down that foundation. So I stopped doing my Zoom. I just cut the Zooms. And I go back to the beginning on where I built my team, which was on live stream. I personally don't have anybody in my organization that I know. Now I know everybody in my organization. Everybody that I brought in from live streaming. These are the facts. And if I didn't bring them in, my son brought them in. This is the fact. So I brought in complete strangers, and then I built trust by showing up every day. Now I'm here 3 years, 4 years now, going on 4 years. Actually 4 years now. So if you don't trust me now, I'm like the hell with you. If you don't like it, motherfucker, then you better learn to love it, because I ain't going nowhere. This is a fact. If you can get the fuck up out of here, you know what I'm saying? Excuse my French. Because we finna go up now. Because I don't like sitting stagnant. I don't like sitting in a place where I feel like we're not growing. And as of right now in OBG, we're in the same position for the last 2 years. And I like to speak the truth. So in order for us to really grow, each one has to teach one. So therefore, everybody has to start be willing to put people on your shoulders. And if you're not willing to put people on your shoulders, and let me tell you why most are not willing to put someone on your shoulders, Freddie. This is the biggest issue in this business, because people will say, once I learn and once I start making money, then I'm going to tell people about it. Put some 8s in the chat if that's you right now. Let me say that again. The most common response, once I get it, once I learn, then I'm going to start talking to people about it, because I can show them results. I can show them that I'm winning. This is the most common response in this industry. And then I look at people dead in their face and I said, well, what if it takes you the same amount of time it took me? And people say, well, how long you been doing it? 8 fucking years. And only the last 3.5 I've been profitable. First 5 years, I've had really big wins and I've had some really big losses, but nothing that was consistently enough for me to even talk about it to anybody. Do you know a lot of my friends that are in business, they're shocked that I teach the way I teach. They say, bro, what the fuck? When did you start doing this shit? I said, bro, I've been doing it. I just wasn't successful enough. So now that I got next to an individual who was successful, I grabbed that skill. I implemented that skill in my life now. So now I have the gift to teach. So now I teach full time. I teach every day. You see what I'm telling y'all? So what if it takes you 8 years to get it? You gonna wait 8 years? Your kids will be 17, 18, 20, 21. They're gonna migrate out. They're gonna migrate out and do something different. This is why it's important to learn how to fish now. Quit trying to make all of the money and learn how to fish. But see, a lot of women out there say, yo, I want a rich man. I want a wealthy man. I want a shark. Then I ask the woman, well, what's your credit look like? Can you buy a boat? Can you rent a boat? Because if you're going to get a shark, you can't just get her from the bank. You got to go in the ocean to get the shark. Do you have the capability of renting a boat? Do you have the financial stability to even buy the equipment and the bait to get a shark? And if that answer is yes, I do. I have my own job. I have my own crib. I got good credit. And I say, okay, no problem. So that'll get you in the ocean and that'll get you fishing for a shark. What you gonna do when the shark gets on the boat? Are you an individual that can keep a shark? That's the ultimate question. I'm a shark. And if you're gonna pull me out of the ocean and get me on your boat, do you have the capability to keep me on your boat? You understand that? So when I start fishing and I'm fishing for a shark, not only can I rent several boats, not only can I rent some equipment, but once I get the shark, I have the ability to keep the shark. I have the ability to sustain the shark. And not only do I have the ability to sustain the shark, I can take a shark and not cut it up and not eat it and say, you know what, come over here and I'm going to put you in a space where you can even grow and bigger and be a megalodon shark. Why just be a baby shark? Why be the baby shark? Why be that shark? Why be that shark? By the way, that 61 is at 67. That's 60 pips. That's 60 pips you got on that 4-hour buy. Check it out. That 4-hour buy that was given 10 minutes within Wick Talk. A rapid fire scalp that you could take, put a stop loss, and secure 30, 40 pips. Look at this. Boom. That's where your stop loss should be. You secure 30 pips in the bag. That's the lesson I taught you yesterday. You have 41 minutes that you can play and cipher profits from the top and know that you have secured 30, 40 pips. I don't know what else in the game is people going to teach you this. So I'm here. What do you say? I'm trying to bring you 2 guys who have been learning for 7 to 8 years to trade. What I learned since March. Yeah, I'm telling you. And a lot of people who, let me tell you also this. A lot of people who have been trading for a very long time, they have a perception that nobody is really winning because they don't win. Let me say that again. They have the perception that nobody is really winning because they're not winning. So when you teach them and show them that other people are winning, by the way, I'm up $300 some on that NAS right now. Just to show y'all. Remember I showed y'all the NAS was going to reject from that trend, from that right there? Look at that. Remember I showed y'all she was going to reject? I showed y'all she was going to reject. Look at that. Look at that. I'm just telling y'all, there's ways of doing this. There's ways of doing it, and then there's ways not to do it. Just to let you guys know, I'm personally up $740 something, and it's 820, no income claims. Fire in the chat. Fire in the chat. I love you guys. Most people won't believe that other people are really winning in this business because they've never seen it. What you have to do is expose them, Judith, to individuals who are winning and educating it. So you need to expose them to these Wick Talks. Expose them to my YouTube. Expose them, because not only am I winning, not only am I teaching, but I'm doing it live. This is not reoccurring zones. These are not zones from early bag. This is not something that I basically went over and talked to Alex about. This is not something that I literally went to the gym, got back at 6:27, went upstairs, took my shirt off, put a different shirt on, came back downstairs, tried to figure out how I can download an app from YouTube and TikTok and put them together. And because I have a Mac, they don't match the iOS system. So now I have to go rearrange and go get a cheap ass desktop just to be able to do both at the same time. I have a buy. Hello, beautiful. I have a buy from 877, 19,877. She is currently sitting at 19,945. She is coming from where? Look at where she's coming from. She is coming from 20,790. What? So that means I have to 20,000. Look at the rejection. I have to 20,000 before she tries to reject back down into the oversold market. But if she does not reject, if she comes from my stochastics, look at this. If she comes from right here, what did I tell you the market likes to do when she comes out of there? Let me show you. She likes to reject. I told y'all this 30, 40 minutes into class. How you do what, baby? Oh, I just moved it around to give people a different scene. You know what I'm saying? Give people different scenes. This is where I bought, and I just went to the gym and just let her ride on out. You see? Now she rejects from here and pushes on up. And she gives me that 20K. I have my TP sitting right here. Hakuna Matata. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. You guys like, share, subscribe. Get your children watching, because like I said, my whole intention is to teach you. Come here, baby. Say hi to the people. I know, we'll fix it. Just come over here real quick. Show the people some love. Boy. My pride and joy. Say hey, people.
Hi, people.
Hi, people. You see? Pride and joy. This is what it's about, beautiful people. This is what financial freedom looks like to me. This is what it looks like to me. So I love you guys. You guys like, share. Like I said, drop your comments on the video. I'm finna jump up off of here. Get ready. Deuces, beautiful people. Right there. Beep. Right here. You gotta put it like this. Boop. Right there. And bang. There you go. We got it. Love you guys. Take care.
Bye.
Deuces.